plus 1. So we will find out the group 2 members and group 3 members. Okay. Next, we will see. So this is the second table after comparison. Okay, so all the members of the first table have been compared. So we have tick mark, and with all the members we have tick mark here because it got compared. Now we'll see. We'll compare. This makes group 1. This is 2, and this is 3. Okay. So again we will follow the same step. Comparing and making those terms with replacing those terms with the dash which are having only one, which are having only one variable changes, and putting one tick mark there which have been compared. Okay, so if we notice here is in the second table all the terms can be compared, so it is with the tick mark. Next, the third table. So in the third table, if we try to compare with group, this makes the one group and this makes the another group. So if we try to compare group members of this n and members of this n plus 1, so one by one we will try to compare. So if we take this and this dash 0 dash 1, not possible, so we will put a star mark. Okay, and if we try to compare this with this, if it is possible, we'll see dash 1 0 dash not possible. Okay, so next is, if we will see, we'll compare this 2 with this, not possible, we'll put a star mark. Okay, we'll try to compare this, see, not possible, so we'll put a star mark. So all the terms we is with the star mark. So the principle is whatever term has not been checked, those will make the prime implicant. So the prime implicant will be b dash d and b dash c, cd and AD. These are the prime implicants. So after finding out the prime implicants, what we have to do? We have to prepare one prime implicant table. On the basis of that prime implicant table, what we do? We try to find out the essential prime implicant. So there are multiple levels of finding out the essential prime implicant from the prime implicant table. Depends on how complex our Boolean expression is, because here only 4 variables are involved, so the complexity is not that bad. But if the number of variables are increasing, so multiple number of essential essential prime implicant, there will be multiple levels of finding out will be involved to find out the essential prime implicant. Okay, so here what is the next step? We have to prepare one prime implicant table. So here the first column is the prime implicant terms. Second is the decimal terms which makes the prime implicant, and the next is the those min terms which makes this Boolean expression. Okay, so here in this particular example we have the min terms and we have the don't care terms. So we use the don't care terms for the grouping purpose. We will not use in the preparing the prime implicant table. So we will take in the third column, we will take only min terms, and then we will match which min term belongs to which prime implicant. So if we see here, see this 2 belongs to which? If we see the second column, it belongs to b dash c. If we see here 3 belongs to this b dash d, b dash c and cd, and 7 belongs to only one prime implicant, that is cd, and 9 belongs to b dash d and ad. Here 11 belongs to b dash d, b dash c, cd and ad, all implicant, and 13 belong to AD only. Okay. So the next step is what we have to find out those min terms for those min terms which belongs to only one prime implicant. So if we see, if we observe this prime implicant table, we see that this 2 is belongs to only one prime implicant. So okay, here again, if we observe here, 7 belongs to CD only and 13 belong to AD only. So for those terms, okay, so here what happens, we have we found out those min terms which belongs to only one prime implicant. So here in this case, what happens here, this the three prime implicant will make the essential prime implicant. Okay, so now in the first level of finding out the essential prime implicant, we found out B dash C, CD and AD are the essential prime implicants. Now we will try to find out that whether B dash D is part of the min term or not. So for that thing, what we will do, we will delete this thing, we will delete these things, and we will delete these things. Okay, so what remaining, 3, 9, 11. And now we again same procedure, we will try to find out, we have to observe which min term belong to only one prime implicant. So here only one prime implicant is remain, and 3 min terms are there. So we can say by observing that this will also be the part of the essential prime implicant. But here, if we observe the decimal terms here related to this prime implicant B dash D, here 1 belongs to the don't care terms. So we don't consider the don't care terms. What remains here, 3, 9, 11. So 3, 9, 11 has was already part of this first level of essential prime implicants. Okay, so 3 belongs to B dash C, CD, 9 belongs to AD, and 11 belongs to remaining 3 terms. So it means there is no need to take this B dash D as the essential prime implicant. So only 3 terms are there which makes the minimized Boolean expression, and those are B dash C plus B dash C plus CD plus AD. So this is the minimized Boolean expression which we have found out by the prime implicant table. Clear? I think it's very it is clear, because we have already discussed basic fundamental principle of tabulation method. Only one thing is extra, which is the don't care terms. And now is it clear now? Can I move on further topic? Okay, I'm assuming that everyone understood. Okay, clear?
Ma'am, I think
Okay.
I need some practice.
You need practice.
Yeah, but I think I'll
Okay.
do it on my own. We can continue.
Okay, so okay. So if you need practice, so what we will do after considering this next topic, in the next lecture, half an hour time we will take for the practice session for the tabulation method and the K-map method in the next lecture. Okay, is it okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So one more thing is that you have 3 minutes time. So all of you who are present right in this lecture, you have to put your roll number in the chat box. Okay. You have 3 minutes. Okay. So everyone who are present here, I will take that as your attendance. So next topic is the implementation of Boolean expression using universal gates. Okay, so do you know anyone any idea? Do you have any kind of idea what is the meaning of the universal gates, and what do you understand by what is the difference between simple logic gates? Why we call these universal gates? Why we don't consider them as a simple logic gates?
Because we can create any other gate with these universal gates from.
Okay, so you all have basic idea about the universal gates.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have basic idea. Okay, so then so yes, it is the universal gates are the gates by which any kind of boolean expression we can implement by the use of only one kind of gate. So those kind of gates are called as a universal gate. So we have in the digital electronics we have two gates which are called as the universal gates. These are the NAND gate and the NOR gates. Okay. So what is the advantage of the use of why we are studying universal gates? Because if we implement any of the, because whatever we have done till now, we are minimizing the boolean expression, a complex boolean expression. We minimize that boolean expression. After minimizing, what we do, we make the boolean, actually the step is we make the boolean expression. We try to find out the solution for which for what application we are implementing that digital circuitry. So we prepare one boolean expression. Then after preparing that boolean expression for that particular application, what we do, we try to find out the minimized solution. After finding out the minimized expression, what we do, we implement. The ultimate task is to design some circuitry. Okay, so the after we find out the minimized expression, we try to implement with using some gates. So basic gates we have, and or not. So we can use those gates, but the thing is that if we use the different various types of gates for the implementation of the circuitry, there will be some fabrication complexity involved, because a lot of fabrication steps are involved there. So the complexity increases. So if the number of steps to for the fabrication of the different gates are increases, so the complexity increases. So with the increase in the number of steps, the cost is also increases. So to do so, to make the fabrication easier, only one types or gates are used, so that the implementation or the fabrication is become very simple. Okay, so for the integrated circuit IC, the fabrication to reduce the fabrication cost, to make it easier, we try to implement that particular boolean expression in terms of the only one type of gate. So if we observe the basic gates and or not, so if by any way, if we try hard to implement and with the or with the and or with the use of NOT gate, we will not able to implement by use of the simple basic logic gates. So we have to find out some mean by which we can implement any kind of boolean expression using only one type of gate. So the provision we have those the use of universal gates. So there are two universal gates, NAND or NOT, NAND and NOR. So we'll see. First is the NOR gate. What is the NOR gate? You know the OR. So when the NOT is used after the OR, this will make the NOR gate. NOT of OR is called as the NOR. Okay, so this is not a NOR, it is NOT. NOT followed by OR is called as the NOR. Okay, so if see, this is the simple implementation, symbolic representation. Okay, simply this is the symbolic representation. So this is the final symbol representation with the bubble here. The bubble indicates it is not. So anywhere in the gate, you see the bubble, it shows the inversion is involved here, there. Okay. So this is the simple symbol of the NOR gate. Okay. So wherever a NOR operation is involved, so we will use there this symbol to represent that implementation using the gates. We will use this symbol. So while implementing any of the Boolean expression using the universal gates, we have seen we have different Boolean theorems. So the very important Boolean theorem is De Morgan's theorem. Okay, so the De Morgan's theorem, Boolean 1 and 2, those two theorems are very much plays a very important role while implementing any Boolean expression using the universal gates. So here, by the use of the De Morgan's theorem, how we can implement any of the Boolean expression in terms of those universal gate, we will see. We know that what is NOR operation? NOR operation is complement of the sum is the NOR operation. Okay, so complement of the sum is NOR operation, and used by the use of according to the De Morgan's theorem, the complement of the sum is equivalent to the product of the complement. Okay, product of the complement, dash or bar or C. Okay, so product of the complement is equal to the complement of the sum. So according to this, if any of the gate, so this is the product, and product is indicated by which gate? AND gate. So if in the AND gate complemented inputs are coming out, it's as the input, so the output of the AND gate will be what? Will be equivalent to the NOR operation. Okay, so this is like this. So if the input of the AND are complemented, so the output of that AND will be equivalent to the NOR operation. Whatever whatever will be the output of NOR gate, it will be the same. Okay, so by the use of bubble notation, if we replace the complemented input with the bubble, so this will be the bubbled AND gate. So this is the symbol for the bubble AND gate. So if we don't use a NOT operation at the input side, and we will use only bubble, so this will be the same. According to the De Morgan's theorem, so if there is a bubbled AND gates are involved, we can replace those bubbled AND gate with the NOR gate. We will utilize this equivalency in the Boolean implementation of the Boolean expression. That's why I am considering that this notation here. So by the this bubbled AND is equivalent to NOR. And if you consider the truth table, this will be true. Okay, so we replace this bubbled AND with the NOR gate. Bubbled AND is equivalent to the NOR gate. Okay, how that NOR gate behaves as a universal gate. Okay, so we will see the basic. We have the basic logic gates. First, we will implement those basic logic gates with the use of NOR gate, with the use of NAND gate, and then try to implement any random Boolean expression with the use of those universal gates. So first, we will see how the NOR gate and the NAND gate behaves as a universal gates. So first we will try to implement the basic logic gates. So here basic logic gates are AND, OR and NOT. So first we will see the AND gate and NOT gate. Here we know that if the inputs NOR gate is there, we have to make the NOT gate with the use of NOR gate. Okay, so if two inputs are involved, A and B, the output of the NOR will be A plus B bar. So if you want NOT implementation, you want to implement NOT gate. So NOT gate, in NOT gate only one variable is involved. Okay, so for one variable, if we replace B with A, so it will be A plus A, and this both will be equal to A. This is also the one of the Boolean theorem. So it will be A bar. This will be A bar. So if we simply replace in the NOR gate, if we simply represent this B with the A, or we short this A, it will make the NOT gate. Okay, so this will show the NOT gate. This is very simple. We just need to replace the next variable with the same previous variable. How we can implement the OR gate? This is also simple, because this is the NOT of the OR is called as the NOR. Okay, so if we replace NOT gate after the NOR gate, it will form OR gate. So simply, this is the simple expression here. If we add NOR gate in front of the NOR gate, so we can find out the OR operation. What about the AND operation? For the AND operation, what we have to do, we have to follow the De Morgan's theorem. So here, what happens here? See, A plus B. Okay, so here we have to find out the operation. So we will see here A dash B dash. Okay, so A dash B dash. So if we are able to find out the values of A dash and B dash. Okay, so A dash and B dash, how we can implement? Using this NOT gate implementation. Okay, so this is the NOT gate implementation. So we can find out, this is the A dash and B dash. Okay, A dash and B dash we have found out here. So if we take the bubbled notation, so by the use of that bubbled notation, okay, this will be A dash this is AND. Okay, this will become like this. This will be B dash. Okay, so if we take this equivalency, we can replace this with this NOR gate. So by this equivalency of bubbled and NOR gate we can implement. So if we replace this with the NOR, it will be like this. So this is A and A, B. This is AND gate. So we have to, what we have to do? We have to use the De Morgan's theorem. We have to use the equivalence of bubbled and we can replace the bubbled AND with the NOR gate. So these are the these are the basic gate implementation using the NOR gate. So next is the, before we try to implement any of the Boolean expression, we will take NAND gate. What is the NAND gate? So NAND gate is just the NOT of AND. Okay, NOT of AND is the NAND. So the symbolic representation is like this: AB. This is the AND. And after AND gate, if there is a NOT gate, it will behave as a NAND gate. So we have to replace this NOT with the bubble here. So the simple symbolic representation is like this. Okay, just like the way we have applied the De Morgan's first theorem, we have to apply here the De Morgan's second theorem. So what happens for the NAND operation? What NAND operation is represented by AB bar. Okay, so by the use of De Morgan's theorem, this will be A bar plus B bar. Clear? So A bar, B bar. So if we apply a OR gate here, if we use the OR gate with the inputs with the complemented input, okay, so we can say that okay, here if we apply the complemented input here, this is A, this is B, this A, this B. Okay, so this will be A bar, this will be B bar. So this will be what? A bar plus B bar. So if we replace these terms with the bubbles, so this will make the bubbled OR. So just like the bubbled AND. So this equivalent to bubbled OR, and this is equivalent to NOR. So we can replace them with each other. So if we see any kind of gate with the bubbled OR, we can replace that bubbled OR gate with the NAND gate. Okay, so this is the simple equivalency of this NAND and NOR. This is bubbled OR. How we can implement the simple basic logic gates with the use of a NAND gate? This is very simple, just the way we have done in the NOR implementation we'll do here, because first we will see the NOT operation. This is NOT, this is NAND, and this will be OR. See, what is the output of the NAND gate? AB bar. Okay, so if we replace this second variable, we can a dot a bar. This will be same. So a bar. So what we have to do, we just need to replace the second variable with the only one variable, because in the NOT gate only one input is involved. So at both the input positions we will give only one input. So this will make implement this is the NOT gate. Next is the AND gate. How we can implement the AND gate? Just by adding one NOT gate after the NAND gate. It will implement the AND operation. What about the OR operation? So for the OR operation, what we have to do? A dot B. Okay, this is the AB. This A plus B. Now what we have to do, the simple fundamental principle is see. We know that from the Boolean theorems, the complement. If we take any of the variable, the complement of that variable will be the variable itself. Okay, we know this is one of the Boolean theorem. So we will apply this theorem. The De Morgan's theorems are the very important theorems while implementing any of the Boolean expression using universal gate. And one more theorem is the complement of the variable. Okay, so this is, it will be the variable itself. Okay, so if we want to implement any of the Boolean expressions, suppose the Boolean expression is the OR implementation here, A plus B. So if we make the complement of this thing, what we can do here, we can replace it will be A bar dot B bar. Okay, so if we use this thing, we can make this OR gate. Okay, because OR operation is what? A plus B. So if we take the complement and the complement of this thing, so it will be the OR operation. So for this, what we have to do, now it is in the form of NAND. Okay, so here the expression is what? This A bar dot B bar. So consider this as the one variable, consider this as the another variable. So this one variable we can implement by this one is implemented by the NOT operation, and this is complete expression is the NAND. Okay, so if we take the output of this NOT and this NOT, it will give the OR operation. Clear? Because this is equivalent to if we see A bar dot B bar whole bar, sorry, this is bar, is equivalent to A plus B. So this is the simple implementation of OR gate with the use of a NAND gate. Clear? What we have to do, we have to utilize the De Morgan's theorems here. Now here is the simple example to implement very simple expression for which we will implement this simple expression use of NAND gate and the NOR gate. So first we will take the NOR gate. So to implement any of the Boolean expression, what we have to do? See, for this particular example, AB plus CD whole bar. Now we have to implement using a NOR. So what we have to do? We have to simplify. We have to make make that expression in terms of the NOR implementation or the NAND implementation. Okay. So because here product terms are involved, so we cannot create this thing. So what we have to do? We have to simplify. So the simplify expression will be what? If we use the De Morgan's theorem, this will be AB CD. Okay. So this will make A bar plus B bar. It will make C bar plus D bar. Okay. So now it is in the form of the sum format. Okay. So now what we have to do? Again, we have to apply the theorem which says the complement of the complement is what? Is the term itself. So if we use the two complements here, it will be that term itself. Okay. So if we use simplify the inside complement, okay, one complemented term, we will simplify this. So if after simplifying this, what will happen? A bar plus bar whole bar plus C bar plus D bar is whole bar and the whole bar. Okay. So what we found out here? We have found out this term we can implement using the NOR gate. We have found out this term which we can implement using the NOR gate, and the whole, if we take this as a x, this if we take this as a y, so this x and y are complemented. Okay, if we take this as a x and y, so the x and y whole bar can be implemented using one single NAND gate. So what will happen here? One NAND gate we will use here, one NAND gate, this is one NAND gate, this is one NAND gate, and one more thing is that here the input of the NAND gates will be complemented things. So here to complement this A, we have to use one NAND gate. To complement this B, we have to use one NAND gate. To complement, sorry, this is NOR implementation. Okay, so to complement this A, we have to use one NOR gate. For B, we have to use one NOR gate, and for the C and D, we have to use one. So here, what the simplified expression will be what in terms of the NOR gate? It will be it is this, like this. Okay, so A bar plus B bar, this whole bar, this is one term, plus C bar plus D bar, the whole bar, and the this is okay. So what we will do, before implementing, we have to implement the individual terms. To do so, what we will do here, A and B we have to implement. So here this will be A, so this will be A bar. So now if this is B, this will be B bar. Next is if this is C, this will be C bar. And next is the D. Four variables are involved here. So all these terms are, this is D, so this will be D bar. Okay, so we know this is the first level. Now what we have to do here, these are the inputs of next NOR gate. So we will use another NOR gate. The input of those are this A and CD. So it will make this term. This is this term. So next will be with the bubble. Okay, so here it will go as an input. Okay, so this one is this one. Next is the whole bar. For this we will use one more. So because this is the X, this is Y, this is X, this is Y. So one more NOR is required here. So this is this one. Here it will go inside this. So this is the complete implementation of this A plus CD whole bar expression. Okay, this is the complete. So how many number of NAND gates are required here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 number of NAND gates are required to implement this ABCD. So the implementation is completely with the use of NOR gate. Okay, this is a NOR implementation. So this is the simple Boolean expression. Can you find out the? Can you make implement this Boolean expression with the use of NOR gate? AC plus BC dash. AC plus BC dash. Okay. Any doubt? No? Anyone, any kind of doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so in the next class, we'll see the NAND implementation. Okay, and this particular example you have to do by yourself. I will ask you in the next lecture.
Okay, ma'am.
Wait, she left? I think next class we should tell her.